that's challenging to play without, those guys. But with that being said, we can do better, and we've got to find a way to do it. Credit them, though. They played well. We did not.
You knew coming into the game, obviously, you weren't going to have Amir and Dupree. When you look at the way you're playing small, did that cause anything for you?
Yeah, see, when you take Dupree out, Dupree's 6'5" with long arms. And when you play small, you really lose a lot of length. So, I think it's really hurting us. But what are we going to do?
Would you think about maybe going bigger, or you're like...
Who would you like me to play?
Well...
You guys suggestions?
No,
Who?
I don't.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of options. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not a lot of options.
Key the second half. I mean, they came out and then they had their first three.
Yeah, we weren't great. Our offense was bad, and then I think it affected our defense. Again, we don't have any length. We're not able to disrupt, and they were hurting us on ball screen stuff, and we were just a little bit late. But that was obviously the momentum killer of the game.
I mean, you've had other tough stretches over your 4.5, 5 years. How does this compare to what you've been through?
Well, this is totally different because I believe we built a top 25 team going into the season. 2 years ago, we had to start over. I felt that was the way to rebuild. I thought we were kind of treading water our first 2 years, but I thought we had to get younger to rebuild in order to put us in a good position year 4 and year 5, and that was evident. We had a great year last year. We were sitting. I remember watching Indiana, our first game. I'm looking at our record. We're 13-3, 2-1, and then all of a sudden the bottom falls out. So I don't think any college basketball team can sustain losing 3 starters and losing their first guy off the bench. I really don't. It's not an excuse. I think it's just reality. So it's difficult. We got to keep our guys positive, keep them fighting.
For those of us who haven't seen you as much, I mean, the 2 starters that are out, will they be back?
Yeah, they'll be back at some point. I don't know. Coffey's missed. I hope so. God, I hope so. Coffey's missed, 9 or 10 games? I think 10 games. And Dupree has been really, really hobbled, fighting through, so he's had a leg issue. Curry tore his ACL at the beginning. So, we hope to get Amir and Dupree back at some point, but I just don't know.
How much has Indiana changed? You saw them last month. They've had a couple different starters in that seem to have worked for them.
Well, I think that Archie's a terrific coach, and it's clear what his identity is. They're going to defend. They're going to play hard. They're going to rebound. They're going to do a lot of those things. It's just going to take time from a building standpoint, from a recruiting standpoint. But there's zero doubt in my mind that he'll get there. It's just going to take time. So I don't know how much they've changed. We've substantially changed. I know that much. But Archie's an awesome coach, and they're going to get better and better and better.
Isaiah obviously started, and he scored double figures, I think 4 straight games now. But the turnovers with him, obviously in a different position, does that put more pressure on him handling the ball and trying to get the team into the offense?
I thought I don't like all the turnovers necessarily his fault. I think he wore down a little bit, and a couple of them came at the end when he was tired. But I think he's trending the right way. As hard as it is to play freshmen in these situations, he's going in the right direction. He's taking advantage of it, so he'll learn from it. He's getting tired.
2 years ago, you talked about Murphy and Mason and Dupree, some of these guys learning from such a difficult stretch. Do you sense that these guys are getting anything out of it?
Substantially different. Substantially different.
You've been through. How about for you yourself dealing with this? Are you able to roll with it more than you?
Yeah, again, you don't like to use excuses, but I don't know. You can't give me a college basketball team that could lose 3 starters and their top guy off the bench. I don't know. Duke maybe. I don't think so. I'm doing good. Thank you.
Is there any scenario where Reggie Lynch plays this season?
Oh, not that. I don't know anything really. I don't know what his status. I don't think it's changed at all.
He's still practicing with the team though?
Nothing has changed with his status.
And when will a decision be made?
I don't know when that is, to be honest.
Has your dad helped you go through this?
Well, my family is my family, so they're just supportive. There's nothing really, I don't know what they would say. I think we're in this situation because of injuries. I need a doctor, maybe a witch doctor or something. I don't need my dad.
Couple more, Coach.
With Murphy, again, the small ball, this was a smaller team, but again, they still triple team and double team, and he's become a better passer out of the post. But do other guys have to be ready to shoot and score? If
I just thought our offense was really bad all around. I do think he's getting better passing out of the post, which is good. He's evolved there. When you're playing with limited options, I do think that has a lot to do with it. So he's doing that. We didn't have a great flow offensively at all today, and they're a good defensive team too.
Can you see improvement in them in defense from the last time you played them?
I think they've clearly gotten better since some of those early wacky
We gave
games.
up 17 threes.
Yeah,
Fort
17
Wayne and
threes.
to, Indiana State.
I mean, Archie's a very, very good coach. He's an old school. He's young, but he's an old school coach. So yeah, I think they're a good defensive team. And when you don't move the ball like we did, they're going to make you pay.
you got a couple more games at home, obviously. What do you say to fans? Just with your team shorthanded, but you want them to obviously still come out and show support.
Of course, yeah. I mean, our fans have they've been great, and if they don't understand, they probably don't want to understand. So the guys that are playing are fighting. We didn't play great tonight, but we've been fighting. You can't say that we're not. So if they come, we'll be very, very appreciative of it.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks.